Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, great to have you with us on Leaders Talk. Well, you're here in Beijing this time for the third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, and you were at the opening ceremony together with world leaders and representatives with over 150 countries, as well as more than 40 international organizations, listening to the keynote speech delivered by President Xi. So to start with, can you share with us some of the major takeaway from President Xi's speech as well as from the forum?
Well, I think our participation in the forum 3 years in a row is a show of our support for the BRI and BRF. And this is my first trip to join the Belt and Road Forum. And I first would like to congratulate President Xi Jinping and China government for organizing successful forum. The representative from all over the world, especially developing countries. I think as Cambodia, we have benefited a lot from the BRI's Belt and Road Initiative through our development strategy under the BRI's programs.
China is the very first country you visited since taking office, and I think this shows the great significance both sides put on this ironclad relation, given its historical linkage and traditional friendship. So as the new Prime Minister of Cambodia, what is your plan to take this already very solid tie to an even higher level?
We would sum up our relationship or our direction of policy engagement with China in two words. It would be continuity and consistency. This year is the 65th anniversary of our diplomatic relationship and a year of Cambodia-China friendship. This coincides with my assumptions of position as the head of the government of Cambodia. For the new government of Cambodia, our goal is to continue to build on this good relationship that lasted for 65 years, and also to seek to expand cooperations, strengthen, especially in terms of seeking ways to improve the Diamond Hexagons cooperation framework, which was established early this year by President Xi Jinping and former Prime Minister Samdech Techo Hun Sen. The new government is committed to uphold One China policy. We also support initiatives that put forward by President Xi Jinping, such as the Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiative, Global Civilization Initiative, and also the BRI, which would provide a platform to strengthen the world in a harmonious and prosperous way.
Just now you mentioned about those initiatives proposed by President Xi. So can you be a little bit more specific about the significance of those initiatives in tackling the global challenges and also the unprecedented situation faced by the world today?
Yes, you know, Cambodia was among the first countries to support those initiatives. Like I say, this initiative is a main contributor to achieving harmony and prosperity of the world. For example, Global Development Initiative, which stress on the goals of inclusive development, focusing on the poverty alleviations and increasing health of people, especially in less developed countries. Also focus on the green development, which is important for climate change issues that we all face right now. Global Security Initiative. Its focus, its emphasis on diplomacies and multilateralism as a means to deal with regional issues or international issues such as conflicts, both traditional and non-traditional matters. And the Global Civilizations Initiative is, is stressed on the respect of each other's views and civilizations, the different views, and also to support the aspirations for respect and non-interference with each other's internal affairs based on disrespect of each other's civilization and different views. If you've seen recent experience, you see it is rarely that a countries can escape or insulated from global events such as pandemics, such as the war. it just reflects the reality or the words of global community with a shared futures. This has given us the necessities to work together on a joint effort to be more considerate and more responsible for the futures of the world and not just any particular countries' futures alone. We have to think it in a global aspects.
I want to share with you some really special experience when we were in Cambodia back in January, because our team, we not only visited the Phnom Penh Sihanoukville Expressway, we also got on a ride with a truck driver who traveled along the road. And he told me that before, it usually took them about 1 to 2 days to get back and forth. But now, thanks to the expressway, they can travel 2 to 3 times a day. So that is really remarkable progress. And that experience has really amazed me by witnessing all those tangible changes and benefits the BRI projects created to ordinary people, like the truck driver we just mentioned. So what's your take on that?
The Belt and Road Initiative is designed to help develop and provide access and opportunities for less developed countries to develop, especially access to financings, access to technicals, transfer technologies, and quicker access to abilities to build infrastructures needed to support development and growth. In terms of the BRIs, I think for Cambodia, we have greatly benefit from that, as well as many countries. Yesterday, a lot of speakers, head of states, head of governments came up and speak about the benefits that received from the BRIs. So Cambodia shared those perspective and experience. You raised the examples of Phnom Penh Sihanoukville Expressway, which has provide benefits not just to a certain group of people, but to ordinary peoples, to everybody's
Everyday citizens.
Yes, everyday citizens, not just those who need to travel using the expressway, but the effect that it has on the economies. It's improved logistics, it's improved trade facilitation, it's helped to promote growth, which has a broad base for our peoples. So for Cambodia, the BRI also linked with our Pentagonal strategies, which is aimed to improve the infrastructure and connectivity. And also under the BRI, 2 days ago, we were able to start receiving passengers from our new airport in Siem Reap, which is one of the landmark projects under the BRI with support of BRI program. So this type of progress that would leave the impact on livelihood of the peoples in those countries, including Cambodia. So this is what Cambodia value.
Just now you mentioned that the development roadmap of Cambodia has made its transition from the rectangular strategy now to Pentagon strategy with the newly added focus on sustainable development.
Yes.
Another part that is really crucial to this development is advancing science and technology.
Yes.
So what is your vision in working more closely with China in this regard?
Technology is the future, and it's present in its futures. We have to embrace it. In the Pentagon's strategy, what is added as another angle is digital economy. With China as a growing powers in the new technologies. A lot of companies have very new, innovative ideas. Many of Chinese companies has a world dominance in terms of technologies, capabilities. So by having engagement with China, especially in terms of private sectors to private sectors, we would be able to promote technological transfers and also investment to Cambodia, which bring out those technology to Cambodia for training our workforces to have an external effect on our infrastructures. So these the areas that Cambodia and find that China relationship between our two countries can benefit, provide mutual benefit for both our countries.
And that is why you have met with some senior representatives and executives from those high-tech Chinese companies like Huawei during your visit last time and maybe this time as well, right?
Yes, actually I had a chance to meet a lot with private sectors, many of the companies that have been investing in Cambodia, and many more has been interested in investing in Cambodia. Companies such as investors in energies, in renewable energies that helping our countries to secure to build a foundation for security, energy security in the futures. Also with regarding to environmental impacts through renewable energies and technologies to bring. Companies like Huawei that's been operating in Cambodia will encourage further investment in bringing more technologies. Also not just in the physical technology, physical investments, platforms such as we had a signing between our Ministry of Commerce with Alibaba Group. Mm-hmm. So we can put on the global platform to allow our farmers, our small and medium enterprises to expand their market outreach through those. And also companies like Bank of China's group, and also that provide access for and technologies as well. So I've been very happy to see the progress in the relation between government and businesses and business to business between our two countries.
Let's talk a little bit about China-ASEAN cooperation. Well, both sides are now looking to upgrade this cooperation, which is called 3.0 Free Trade Agreement between the two sides. So what role do you think Cambodia could play in this process?
It is important to recognize that China is ASEAN's #1 trading partners, and also is ASEAN's third largest foreign direct investments source of foreign direct investment to ASEAN. The initiative to upgrade the Asian-China Free Trade Agreements, AFTA 3.0, was adopted last year in Phnom Penh when Cambodia chaired the chairmanship of ASEAN. I think the main principles is to, help increase the status of our trade relationship in a sense that to promote and to improve the mechanism and conditions that ASEAN and China can improve the trade of goods and services between the two countries. It's aimed to revive the economy post-COVID-19 and also build the conditions that allow the trade relationship to withstand and to adapt to the new global trends such as climate change and digitizations. So in this case, I think Cambodia and China can work with our foreign trade partners in ASEAN in order to contribute to the facilitation of these matters.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you got it. Cambodian products.
Mr. Prime Minister, I want to share some delights with you. Maybe something that you're very familiar with from Cambodia is dried mango and cashew nuts.
Yes.
So now, with the help of the Belt and Road Initiative, RCEP, as well as the Free Trade Agreement between China and Cambodia. So not only an increasing number of Cambodian agricultural products have gained their access and presence to the Chinese market, their production, their added value have been greatly enhanced as well. So what is your plan in strengthening the economic and trade relation between the two countries?
Well, I think there's a lot of room to improve on this. Last visit, after my official visit to Beijing, I attended the China-ASEAN Expo, where many of Cambodians producers, Cambodian private sectors came to present at the expo of their products and have made connection with the locals, suppliers and consumers. So I want to see more of this, and not just on the agricultural products, but also in other products as well in the futures. And I just signed a sub-decrees to reduce some of the tax burden for the export, so can improve more competitiveness of our export of raw stones to China, so to make finished products on that, for example.
Interviewed your father, the
Yes.
then Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Hun Sen, back in January, and I asked him about what is paramount in governing the country, and I remember he said, without any hesitation, that peace and political stability is the key to everything. So, Mr. Prime Minister, what would be your priority of governance and in building a high-income country by 2050, as you have envisioned when first taking office?
We just achieved the national unities in 1998 under the win-win policy implemented, initiated by some like Hun Sen, former prime ministers. So we understand the important necessities to keep peace and stability as a foundation for growth. As a new government, our commitment is to preserve all the achievements that have been made by previous governments, and namely, and one of the core pillars is peace and stability, and also to seek to expand the areas of growth through reforms and also through the cooperations and through the promotion of other activities that help us achieve our 2050 goals. But back again, the foundations that we need to sustain is the most important, is peace and political stability, that as a foundation for economic developments.
And that is why you have said, quote unquote, here we must work together to protect peace and our national unity at all costs, right?
Yes. The training in the military, also my previous job in terms of as an army chief before I assumed my position as premiership, give me a clear view of a strength, a need to strengthen security cooperations between countries, because we are tackling cross-border issues, cross-border criminal activity, cross-border threat, such as from even non-traditional threats such as humanitarian disasters and terrorism, which can affect all of us.
And what would be your take on enhancing cooperation with China in some non-traditional security areas, such as combating cross-border crime and maybe internet fraud?
We have working so hard with China over the years to tackle these issues. This criminal activities not only affects people's or trade or reputation of the countries, but it affects the safety of our population who have to live in the areas affected. So it's not just the cooperation with China, but within Cambodia itself, I have put an emphasis. We have 5 priorities of the new governments in terms of reforms, in terms of civil servants. Health education, law enforcement is one of them, and judicial reform in order to strengthen our abilities and our commitment to fight against crimes, cross-border crimes, anti-drugs, and other criminal activities. Our national police has been working with Chinese police and relevant ministries in order to strengthen cooperation in our joint effort to fight against this type of activities.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, besides being a veteran politician, you're also a loving father of 3 kids who sometimes posted family photo on social media network proudly, and also sent your son to school even after taking office. And we also learned that your kids are learning Chinese, and your eldest daughter could even write down birthday wishes in Chinese for her grandfather's birthday. Was that true?
Yes, it's all true. It's that of my first daughters. It's her initiative, actually. When she was about 6 years old, she went to an event where some of Cambodian Chinese families as friends, and she come back, she asked to learn that as well. After that, the sister, my second one, and the third one also study. So when my daughters don't want me and my wife to understand, so they were speaking Chinese.
That's really smart, huh? So what are some of the values that you hear the most when it comes to parenting your kid?
Well, setting by examples is quite important. That's what my father showed me also. I grew up in a family that my father was busy all the time. It's rarely the chance that he spent with us very small. His action, his consideration, his care, and his focus on teaching us the hard work, the respect for others, the ideas of taking care of each other is there, always there. For me, since my daughter was born, I always travel all the time. Don't have much time with that, but the little time we have, I would teach her the same what my parents teach us. There's one word that my father taught us since we all grew up is never think of yourself as the son or daughters of prime ministers, but think of yourself as the grandchildren of a farmer. And this has been great foundations of me, my brothers, and now we pass down to our children as well.
What do you admire the most about your father?
He's always a man of dedication, high responsibility, who does not afraid. He's not afraid to risk his life for the duty for the countries and the peoples. He been a role model for me, not because he is the prime minister, but the role models in terms of dedication and hard work toward whatever work he's done. He just did his best as a soldiers, as commanders, as foreign ministers, or anything that you do is focus, do the best you can, not looking at anything beyond that. So I think this is one of the values and the role model example that he provided to me is do the best we can and be responsible for what our actions.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, I want to talk about another topic that is really close to your heart is about tourism in Cambodia.
Yes.
Because Cambodia is a very famous tourism destination for its ancient wonders and captivating scenes. And Cambodian Ministry of Tourism has launched a special program called China Ready, hoping to attract more Chinese visitors. So, Mr. Prime Minister, why not take this opportunity to share with us a little bit about how Cambodia is getting ready in terms of security, in terms of accommodation, and more to attract more Chinese tourists?
Cambodia view tourism as one of the main sources for economic growth and development. We were happy to have a lot of tourists from China. Before COVID-19, we have about 2.3 million visitors. And we hope to raise that back to the levels pre-COVID and beyond. Our strategy, our Ministry of Tourism has put on a very active program trying to attract the tourists back, especially from China. Mm-hmm. I understand that there has been some information or news that caused concern among the Chinese public and perception about security matters in Cambodia. We acknowledge that there are some issues. No countries have zero crimes. Every country has crimes. But those crimes or criminal activities does not represent the whole Cambodia. Besides small issues in certain areas, Cambodia overly peaceful countries, secured countries. Please, my message to Chinese tourists, please go visit Cambodia, explore all the opportunities that Cambodia can offer, which I think is a kingdom of wonder. Many tourists go into Cambodia, visit. Cambodian people are nice people, friendly, always smile. We always have big cultural heritage, a lot of temples. My appeal to our Chinese friends, visitors, to come and visit Cambodia, to explore what Cambodia can offer, our cultures, our peoples, and our connections with you.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing with us your very insightful views on the Belt and Road Initiative, on better relations, and also all these very touching and emotional stories from your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. June, again for having me on this program. Thank you.
Thank you.